Stop guessing your next email. See why niches like health and coaching are getting 40% more sales in affiliate marketing with proper email sequencing. Hey, this is Neil Napier, the Stoic Entrepreneur, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through how email sequences can change the way you approach your business. Not just freeing up your time and energy, but also making you more money in the process. And this is proven from other niches, from other people that are already doing it successfully. Let's first talk about exactly what email sequences are and how you can work to build them in your business. So typically when you want to promote something, when you want to recommend an offer that's going to make you money, you send out a single email. The problem with sending just one email is sometimes the person may not actually receive it. Even if they do, they may not open it. Even if they open it, they may not click on the link. Even if they click on the link, they may not actually go to buy at that point because maybe they're busy. So what email sequences do is they reinforce the message over and over again that what you have to offer, what it is you're selling, is something that is suitable for them. So instead of just sending one email, you can now stack up multiple emails, one after the other, that could either be based on their behavior. So if they open, you can trigger another email. If they click, you can trigger another email. Or they could simply be a follow-up sequence where if you send one email, you can send another and another and another until they actually buy your product. Or you can stop at some point. That's entirely up to you. So let's say if you are a beginner, why email sequences are important, and the same way if you are an expert marketer, if you're an experienced marketer, why you need to do more email sequences in your business. See, if you're a beginner, it gives you a clear roadmap as to how you are going to approach selling a product. So rather than trying to take a shot in the dark with one email, you can have multiple angles, multiple approaches, and each email utilizes one angle at a time and approaches it from a different point of view. What's that going to do is it's also going to help you make more money and help you realize what angles work for you and your audience the best. On top of that, it allows you to reduce guesswork. Now you don't have to, again, take a shot in the dark. You can try multiple emails. A lot of coaching business owners do follow-up sequences, and quite often it allows them to bump their sales by 20% even during the short welcome sequence window. And welcome sequence is really easy, where you send an email to welcome them once they join your list, and then where you make an offer and you can follow up with additional offers. Now, if you're an expert or an experienced marketer, email sequences are also important for you. For starters, you can free up your time with automation. So you can set up an email sequence, get it up and running in advance, and you can just take a step back. Second, it allows you to do a lot of advanced segmentation and test things at scale. So one of the things I love doing in my email sequence is I would send out the first email with a more emotional hook. I'll follow up with a more logical hook, and then I'll follow up with an emotional hook after that. And then I'll reverse this. So I'll send an email with a logical hook, follow with emotional, then again with logical. What this allows me to see is which of the sequences is converting better for my audience, but not just that, which of the audiences are more often clicking on emails with emotional hooks, and which of the audience are clicking more often on emails with logical hooks. This allows me to segment my audience, so when it comes time to send them another sequence in the future, I can just do a logical email or an emotional email. Now that you know you can benefit with this, let's look at some of the markets, some of the niches which can make money with an email sequence to sell affiliate product. Health and wellness is a very complicated market where you need to build a lot of trust with an audience to sell to them. You can't just jump into selling straight away. You have to build the trust, and you build that trust with a step-by-step guidance where you nurture that relationship with them. So again, email sequences there are much better than a one-off email, because a one-off email isn't going to warm them up sufficiently. Next up is finances. If you've been online for a little over a month, you would know that there is a ton of scam and spammy offers online, especially in the finance niche. The reason for that is that in finance, you can actually sell products relatively easily and make money. So a lot of people, unfortunately, if they're gullible, if they're naive, they jump into offers they don't fully understand. How you can stand out there is in your email sequences. You can focus more on nurturing, educating, breaking down complex topics into simple ideas. If you do that, you can again build trust, you can reassure your audience over multiple emails and make an offer. Online education and coaching is no different. One of the best ways in which we have monetized our email list in the online coaching market is by giving people an entire course over a sequence of emails. So I've taken my entire course and I've broken that down into 30 emails, and I send one email after the other. The open rates, the click-through rates on these emails are super high, and because the trust that I'm building with these sequences, the sales are high as well. Then number 4, you have e-commerce or tech and lifestyle. This is becoming more and more common now when people have the extra money to pay for things. What tends to happen in something like this is, say if you want to sell a new laptop or if you want to sell a new teleprompter to someone, they're not going to buy straight away as soon as they see your email, because they need to be convinced, they need to be educated that this is better than what they already have. So again, email sequences play a really important part in that. And another one is travel and experiences. So I can tell you, when it's summer in my country, that's when I want to travel within the country. When it's cold in my country, in Finland, it gets super cold. That's when I want to travel outside the country. So what tends to help there again is email sequences that can slowly and gradually build up excitement for the upcoming travel period. With the right niche in mind, now it's time to tailor the sequences based on who it is you're talking to. For starters, you need to understand your subscribers. You need to do surveys, you need to talk to them and understand what their pain points are, what their needs are. If you can relate those pain points back to your audience, even better than they can relate it to themselves, they'll be more than happy to buy from you. Plus, as you do these sequences, you'd be able to, as I mentioned earlier, try logical emails, emotional emails, casual emails, professional emails, and you'll figure out which style is working precisely with your audience, allowing you to tailor your future emails based on that style. As you're doing these email sequences, you can test out more things, such as using first names, not using first names, as well as maybe recommending products based on what they have been previously interested in. And as always, if you watch my videos, I'm a heavy proponent of A/B testing your emails as well to just see what works. Because look, you'd be surprised. What might work for you today may not work tomorrow because the market sentiment has changed. And you may not realize that because look, you're not your customer. So it is best to always split test and see what's working and what isn't working, because this can change from time to time. So look, let's quickly recap. Email sequences are great. If you're not using that in your business, you're leaving money on the table. So I want to challenge you. Think about what it is you're going to sell next and think about crafting a 3 to 5 mail email sequence instead of just sending one email. And I can promise you, you're going to make more money and you're going to have happy customers because of that as well.